All right, cool. Let's make a new sound. So we'll start with this. All right. So I think it's just that we're starting to get a lot of stuff going on. And the new Omnisphere, I've already noticed, takes up more DSP. So what we can do is, or more CPU. So we're going to start with some noise. And we're going to make it really stereo, which is the hard sync knob. And we can mess with the symmetry. I think we'll change the type of noise it is. And that just low passes it. But I think we'll just use the full thing. So what we want to do is turn the key tracking off and turn the envelope off. I think I'm going to just modulate this in the actual DAW. So we're going to use a pretty good amount of resonance so we get that really, you know, the kind of typical sound that we're used to. And so we can just simply draw in some MIDI here, and we'll have it stop right there. And so it's just one, what note was this? Yeah, right there. And we'll just draw in one long block of a note here. Whoa! Let's disable the recording. We got a lot going on here. There's also an interesting thing that might happen, which is my computer might not be able to take recording and doing all of this at the same time. And if that happens, it's okay, but it just means that we will have to stop, you know, like that'll be the end of the video, which will suck, but it's just, you know, what can happen. So we're going to enable host modulation. That's the button you always want to hit if you want to control something in your DAW. In Omnisphere, at least, it's different in everything. So you can see it just popped up here. We've got plenty of them, but part 8, layer A, filter cutoff. And now what we can do is we can really fuck with this. So what I'm going to do is solo this real quick and find the frequency I like for the bottom and the top. Okay, so that's it. So I just made a real nice linear fade from about 9K to about 100 cycles, so, or 100 to 9K. Want to get a little bit higher, I realized when we got there. So obviously that's really annoying, and we don't need it to be that loud the whole time. What we're also going to do is go in to layer. Wow, I can't believe we have so many layers now. We're going to get a synth sound. And in this case, I'm just going to go with my my favorite virus saw here. So should be able to hear it. Let's solo this. And my voice, so you can hear what we're doing. All right, and we're going to have this layer, modulation, and we're going to go to mod envelope 1, and we're going to control the oscillator pitch coarse, right? So you can see it's going straight up. And what we're going to do is go in here and select default ADSR. So what we're doing right now is we're controlling the pitch of it. So if you're, right now this is the default ADSR, so it should fall when I hit play. So yeah, you can see what it's doing. So we're going to turn loop off, we're going to turn sync off, and we're going to set it to note. I don't know if the note will really matter. And what we can do is we can also remove these points we don't care about. let's just get one spike. This is all we need. So what we'll do is we'll have it do that, and we're going to remove this point. So now we have, you know, this sort of thing going on, right? And so it should fade up now, right? So, but we need this to go a lot longer. So we actually will turn sync on now that I think about it. Let's remove these points. I don't need. Is it going to let me remove them? It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it wants to control me. Anyways, I'm going to move these points out of the way like this, and then should be able to remove at least one of these, right? I don't know. It's being fucking weird. Anyways, what I want to do is get this type of thing going, and we can bend this Bezier curve so it's a little bit, you know, it kind of, I don't know if I want it to pick up speed kind of at the end. Well, we'll see. We'll see what sounds better. Right, that. And then we can just halftime, because we want it to go basically the whole way. Right, so we need it to go longer. So we need to halftime it one more time, and then I have a suspicion I need to bring it in just a little bit before here. So it reaches that high note before. There we go, this should be right. Whoops. Let's go back in here and get rid of that little dip in the thing. So anyways, that's that should do it. Now we can make this actually more of like a sound. Right, we'll add the depth. Let's add some wave shaping to it to help actually thin it out, right? So this should be better. And what we can do is we can go to amp. Ooh, is there a lock feature? I don't know where lock is. Oh, wow, you can lock certain layers but not others? Holy shit, that's awesome. So we're gonna add a little bit of release on this, not a whole lot, but we'll add a lot more attack. We're gonna use even more. Oh, wait. Yeah, amp. That's what I'm looking for. We can turn this on too. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh wow, so because I have them locked together, the cutoff modulation on one's controlling the other. Pretty awesome. Let's get rid of that. All right, let's try it again. All right, so I'm gonna turn off locking for a second. And we're going to make this, just this layer fade in even slower. And then we'll turn locking back on. You can definitely hear it doing some pretty crazy things because of that wave shaping. Oh, it's locked them again. There we go. I was wondering what was happening. It was getting filtered out because of the, Let's do this before the filter, though. And one thing I want to do with this layer is actually change the amount to a little more like this. $425 should be right, something like that. Yeah. All right, so let's see how this sounds in the mix now. So one thing we'll do is we will send it to the shimmer reverb all the way. So I need to fix something and the pitch is still fucking not working right. So I think what it is in the mod envelope here, I needed to go the full way. Something like this. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's halftime again. And then, I don't know. Something fucking weird about this. So let's try this. But it was halftime, so we'll see what happens. I like it.